Okay, so we all know Mineplex, once the biggest Minecraft server in the world, but now only average about 3,000 players. Now, an explanation of why this happened is sort of all over the place, with Minecraft quote-unquote dying, or Hypixel taking over, or even Mineplex copying Hypixel, which is a valid point of why Mineplex was declining on player base. Now, it's safe to say that most people know why Mineplex died. It was Minecraft aging and Hypixel adding a lot of popular minigames that were doing well, while Mineplex was sort of following, adding very similar games to Hypixel, but the click just wasn't there anymore, and Hypixel won the battle. Now, most of us here probably know what Minecraft Bedrock is. It's Minecraft, but you can get it on everything: your PC, your Xbox, PlayStation, phone, and even a Nintendo Switch. So there's a lot of players. And it's also cross-platform. Now, a feature of Bedrock is the featured servers list, where players can boot up the game and join one of the 6 servers, which are Mineville, Lifeboat, CubeCraft, Glaxite, The Hive, and Mineplex. Now, at the time of recording, Mineplex Bedrock averages around 10,000 people, while Minecraft Java averages around 3,000. Now, I find that a little bit weird, because Minecraft Java has sold around 30 million copies, while Minecraft Bedrock has sold around 16 million copies. Now, you can make the excuse that Minecraft on your phone is free, or $5, depending on what phone you have. Now, I've played Mineplex on Java a good amount of times, and it's a pretty good time. While I did recently play on Minecraft Bedrock, I still have a lot of mixed feelings on it, that I'll explain now. But before we start the video, if you don't want to be that one single person that isn't subscribed, then subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Jokes aside, enjoyed the video. So, when I played Mineplex Bedrock, it felt very weird. First off, the gear was like classic Skywars, which I can appreciate a lot, but the PvP felt really off. The combos and hits were really weird and not smooth like the Hive or Mineplex Java. Second of all, you were able to get enchant books, like Power or Sharpness, and if you have Diamond gear, you're able to get stuff like Protection Free or Sharp Free, which I find very, very broken. Next off, bows. Bows do an odd amount of damage, and not only do they aim towards the ground, and they fire super fast. They just feel really off, and I honestly just don't like using them. As a Hive player and sometimes a Minecraft Java player, the PvP in my opinion just doesn't feel nice, and as sometimes just does not feel satisfying at all when you get a kill. A lot of Minecraft Bedrock is cosmetics in the lobby and the PvP being weird, which I just don't like. Now I want to answer the question of why Minecraft Bedrock Mineplex is more popular and has more players than Minecraft Java, but I think for that I'll get my friend Linus to answer that question.
Now, the reason why the Bedrock version is more popular than Mineplex Java is simply because there are more phone players that don't have Minecraft Java or a PC, which requires them to play on Bedrock. Although you could make the argument that Hive on Bedrock exists, I do still think that more people have interest in Mineplex because it's more catered towards the mobile players. I think most of the players that are on mobile go to Mineplex because the Hive has a pretty skilled player base, and most mobile players are not the best at PvP because they're, well, playing on a phone.
In my opinion, I think Mineplex Java has a lot more personality. Although most of that is nostalgia, I think as a whole, Minecraft Java is just better than Bedrock. Now, if any of the Mineplex Bedrock staff are watching this video, I know you guys have been getting a lot of smack recently with all the videos coming out. I still think you guys are really cool, and if you need any suggestions, I would recommend making the PvP more smoother, and if you want to grow Mineplex Java more, I would remake most, if not all, your minigames. That would be sick. Now, I will say something here. I do think Mineplex Java is a little bit more creative and better, but I think it's just Minecraft as a whole. Hypixel has been the popular server for years now after winning the battle of most popular server against Mineplex. And also, another thing is that there's a lot of inactive accounts on Mineplex Java. Let me explain. As someone that is somewhat interested in these rare accounts or older accounts, a lot of these accounts are inactive due to players just losing interest in the game. Most of these players were actually Mineplex players probably, and just stopped playing. Although in my opinion, I think Hypixel is probably the better overall server, I personally do think that Mineplex still has a charm, but it's probably already lost that somewhat, because a lot of the things have just changed. There's been a lot of videos coming out about the dark side of Mineplex and all of that, and I'm not here to cover that today, but I'm sure that's actually one of the reasons why Mineplex Java actually died. The Minecraft Bedrock scene doesn't actually know what happened to the Mineplex team and why it actually died, and also the dark side of it, which is completely understandable since most of these players are probably Bedrock players and don't really watch that side of Minecraft YouTube. Now I will say this, the Mineplex Java team is not the same team as the Bedrock team. They're completely different developers and probably staff members because it's a completely different version. Now, everything aside, I think the dark things that Mineplex did do were wrong, and that was a lot of the Java side. Either way, I think Mineplex Bedrock has not actually been updated. The PvP feels exactly like how it was years ago when I used to play on my phone, and that is honestly a pretty bad thing. I feel like the meta of Bedrock PvP, like it has on the Hive, hasn't evolved on there either. I also don't think the meta on their PvP has not been updated too, since a lot of the skills that Hive players have are not on there. Like jump bridging, I've only seen one person do that. Also PvP. The players on there also aren't the best, and I think it's safe to say that most of the players on there are either Xbox players or heck, even Fen players. Most of them are probably Fen players. Okay, so now I'm going to give my thoughts on Minecraft Java's Mineplex. First of all, when I played Skywars, which was the game I also played on Bedrock, I was recording around 1 p.m. EST, while when I played Bedrock, I was recording around 7 p.m. EST. So take that with a grain of salt. When I logged into Mineplex Java, there was around 30 players online on Skywars, which was not very good for any minigame server. On Bedrock, there was at least 100 or so, something like that. Now, just because there's low player counts doesn't mean the game's actually bad, so I decided to check it out, and honestly, I had a pretty good time. There was also some things I didn't like about it. First of all, they actually brought over the enchantment books from Minecraft Bedrock to here, and I personally find that really unbalancing because I can make Sharp 2 with ease if I just kill 2 people. Second of all, the secret items and stuff with the ice bridge and like the whole dirt throwing thing, I really didn't like a lot. I feel like it didn't really add much to the gameplay, and it was kind of weak. Third of all, I think something that scared new players away from Mineplex's Skywars on Java is that the players were actually pretty decent. I actually died a couple times. Even though I'm not the best at Java, I still pulled off a couple wins. In my opinion, I can definitely agree that there are some pretty heavy Mineplex sweats. So, yeah, that's pretty funny. Overall, though, I can understand why new players don't play this. For some reason, there are some really skilled players on Mineplex Java, while on Bedrock, even if you're a mobile player, you can actually pull off some dubs. And that's something that is probably scaring some of the new players away, and I think that's really unfortunate. And this goes for any game on Mineplex Java. There are a lot, and I mean a lot of good players. Now, I'm not only saying that because I'm not the best at Minecraft Java. I just think as a whole, there are way easier ways to win the game on Minecraft Bedrock than Minecraft Java. Overall, though, I don't think it's that bad. I just probably think that a lot of new players aren't playing it because there's actually a good amount of sweats on there. And that might be because I'm bad at the game, but hey, we'll just have to see. Definitely on Bedrock, if you want to win and or if you're a mobile player, I would 100% recommend Minecraft Bedrock. Also, if you're a laggy player, let's just say you'll probably lag a lot, but hey, you'll find similar people on Minecraft Bedrock. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and maybe subscribe if you really did enjoy it. Without further ado, I'm going to end the video, so have a good and lovely day.